Welcome to my Asshole Podcast. Let's get into it. All right, man. I just want to give a big thank you to everybody who has supported the show, man. We are almost to the coveted episode 100. And I appreciate you guys so much for all that support, man. Without you guys' support, man, I wouldn't have gotten this far. If I'm being honest with you, man. You guys come out to every show. You guys are Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday or Sunday. I'm sorry. And some of you guys are on the Friday Patreon show. And I appreciate it all, man. I just wanted to give that a big shout out and a big thank you, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the free Patreon episode that we did for February. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that, man. Every month I'm going to be giving you guys one free Patreon episode, so make sure you look out for those. But without further ado, man, let's get into our scenario. Today's thread is, what is something your significant other does that you hate? All right, she has constant post-nasal drip, so she sniffles a lot. It was so annoying that I had to find something endearing about it, or it would drive me nuts for the rest of our marriage. Luckily, her nose wrinkles up in a cute way when she does it, so there's that. Okay. All right, that's a little gross, but hey, yeah, go ahead and take the W's where they come, I guess, The way she surfs the internet enrages me beyond all reason. I've never said anything, but it's so slow and inefficient, and she doesn't know how to properly Google things. What is the right way to Google things? I'd love to know. You know what I mean? Like, what is the right way to Google stuff? Because am I Googling things wrong? You know what I mean? That kind of makes me think, like, am I Googling shit wrong? Okay, well, all right. Let's see. Okay. Not poop for a week on end. She just holds it in. It literally smells like something died. She refuses laxative or vitamins. She absolutely refuses to alter her diet and her non-existent exercising habits. Okay. That sounds very unhealthy, and that's not good for you. Why are you holding your poops in, girl? What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Damn. When I'm hungry, I get really irritable and angry until I'm fed. He thinks this is hilarious and will harass/annoy me until I eat. One day, I'll get so hungry, I accidentally murder him and hide the body. Yo, what the fuck? Oh my God. Hey, I mean, at least she admits it, that it's annoying as fuck. Oh, talks during movies. I can't stand that shit. Bro, like, what are you doing? Stop asking questions. I haven't seen this movie either, so I don't know. They're just like, why did homeboy do that? Oh, did he even think to do that? And it's like, I don't know. I really don't know, babe. I don't know. Like, I'm watching this movie too for the first time. I haven't seen it. And like I said, I've even said it in previous episodes. A lot of times when my girl really wants to watch a movie, sometimes I'll watch the movie before her so that way I have the answers to her questions. Or I'll just like, not the answers, but I can like make a guess and be like, oh, I don't know. Maybe he's going to do that. Maybe this is what he's going for. And then she's like, oh, babe, look, he did it. He did it. You were right. And I'm like, oh, hey, I just took a guess, Hey, you know what I mean? I took a guess and I got it right. I do that a lot. I ain't going to lie to you. She always has her agenda. I'll say something like, I'm having a bad day or it's a tough week at work, and she'll shoot back out with, don't forget about the thing later today. You're really forgetful and you never write things down. So telling me today is a bad day isn't really a good thing to say to me. Just because I'm having an off day doesn't mean I'm going to forget everything. I just wanted to talk about how stressful work was. What the fuck? Like, homeboy is trying to, communicate with you and talk to you, and you're just like, no, shut up, nigga. You got shit to do. You got shit to do around here. And if you're too busy talking about your hard day at work, you won't do those things. Like, damn, girl, shit. Man, like, shoot. God damn. Shoot, she got no remorse for this nigga. God. Watches home improvement shows and expects me to upgrade everything in the house. Yo. Whoo. That, yeah. Oh, man. Nah, that's expensive, man. Those home improvement shows, don't get me wrong, it's cool, like, wanting to improve your house and make it look nice and stuff like that. 100%. But if I'm being honest with you, that shit's expensive, girl. Like, damn. Like, if you got the money like that, all right. But, man. He is always on Reddit. I hate this site for a very long time because of him until I realized how stupid that made me. And now I am beginning to hate him for it. He has his phone in his hand 99.9% of the time. And if I want attention, I get yelled at or some shit. Whoa, what the hell? Oh, wow. I mean, hey, you chose him. You know what I mean? You chose him, so it's like you're going to have to deal with something, I guess. She gets horny after eating. I could deal with it early on, but now, fuck no. I am too fucking full to be fucking right now. Thanks for letting me vent. I mean, if she's horny, I'd just be like, all right, look, man, you know, warm your boy up with some head a little bit, you know. And then you know, let the BJ kind of digest my food. Oh man. And then, you know, get into some you know, sexy time or whatever. Cause I mean, I personally wouldn't get sick of that. I'd like that. If I'm being honest with you, I'd probably eat lighter meals. You know, I'd eat some lighter meals that way I can keep light on my feet. Oh man. And I'd be like, oh, man, that was so delicious. Wow. How you feeling? Oh, yeah? Yeah, you feeling a little... Me too. This salad got your boy ready. Oh, man. You know, either that or if you know your girl to be like that, you know, maybe just like eat a little bit and then, you know, pack the rest of it and then do your thing. And then, you know, you can have the rest of your food after, you know. Hey, you know, you never know. Let's see. She can't decide on anything and all of my decisions are terrible. Example, her, I'm hungry. Me, where do you want to eat? Her, I don't know. You decide. Me, Chipotle. Her, the people who work there freak me out. That one guy has a wooden dowel right through his face. It's like they captured some lost tribe and made them cook Mexican food. What the fuck? Hey, yo, I saw a TikTok on this and homeboy had it dialed down, bro. What he did is she was like, oh, you know, where do you want to eat, babe? And he's like, no, he was like, guess where we're going to go eat? And she was just like, I don't know. He was like, just guess. And she was just like, Korean barbecue. And he was like, yo, how did you know? Oh man, you're something else. You read my mind. How did you know that's where we're going to go eat? Yep. That's exactly where we're going to go eat. And she was like, oh my God, I didn't know. You know, and then they go have Korean barbecue. Hey, facts. I want to try that so bad. I so do, bro. I want to try that so bad. I want to just be like, hey, you know, guess what we're going to eat. And then she says the place. And I'm like, exactly. How did you know? Damn, we're going there right now. Let's go. Yep. Hey. After doing all the laundry, she occasionally leaves stuff in the wrong place. Good grief. Threads like this never fail to make me appreciate her more and more. Facts. Because a lot of times, man, you think you have it bad and then you read some other people's shit or you see into other people's relationships and you're like, wow, jeez, you're like,
hey, yo, what the fuck?
You guys' relationships are terrible. My relationship is perfect compared to you guys. I'm just saying. Hey, he's got it right, man. A lot of times these threads, they be making me glad, for my significant other. I'm just like, man, my girl don't do that. Woo, great. I am so happy my girl doesn't do that. Man, I'm just saying, makes you grateful. He argues with me even if he agrees with me, even if it doesn't matter. He says it's boring to agree. I get irritated. He's a wonderful person. This is just a small piece of him. He's also extremely loving and wonderful listener, but courteous and extremely funny. But the question was something that gets on my nerves, and occasionally this does. The list of things he does right would be much, much longer. I get how that could be annoying, though. It's just like, bro, I get agreeing is boring, but it's like if we agree on something, we fucking agree on something. It's like, it is what it is. We're not going to fight on every single thing. Like, go talk to some people who fucking disagree with you then. You know what I mean? That's what these keyboard warriors on Twitter are for, Like, come on, man. Go take that shit over there. He stalks my Reddit account to see if I'm posting about him. Oh, shit. He's just like, hey, bitch, you better not be talking about me. Oh, my God. My boyfriend is very soft-spoken. He will say something, and I will say what because I didn't hear it. So he just says it again at the same volume. Almost every time after attempt number 5, I need to say, please say what you said louder so I can actually hear it. Oh, man. She one of them bitches. You know what I mean? Like, you ask her something, she's just like, what? And then you say it again, and she's like, what? And you're like, hey, can you do this? What? And I'm like, yo, how many times I gotta fucking say this shit? Yeah, she will hung your fucking ear off. I can't stand that shit. Oh, my God. Sometimes I'm like that, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, sometimes. But a lot of times it makes sense, though, because, like, a lot of times it happens to me at work. Because, it's loud environment and, we're working and there's a lot going on. And so, I'll be wutting and hunting and all that kind of shit. Gets insanely worried and starts flipping out if I don't text back right away. Oh, wow. I mean, I want to say he's got a good reason for that, if I'm being honest with you, just because you may show some signs that, you may not be trusted being out. I don't know. Either that or he looks at it like, bitch, your phone is in your hands constantly. You can shoot your boy a text. Just saying. I just got out of a relationship where he did this really annoying thing where he lied to me about having a kid and seeing his ex. Whoa. Yo. He lied about having a kid and seeing his ex. He was fucking that bitch on the side and seeing his kid. That's crazy. The ex was negative about absolutely everything all the time. Great rack, though. That's funny as hell. He was like, hey, man, she was negative as fuck, but she had some titties. Man, them yitties was nice. Just saying. So this is an ex, but whenever it started nearing time for bed, she just refused to do literally anything herself. I'd have to drag her, nearly carry her to the bathroom, brush her teeth for her, be incredibly strict to her, giving her orders, making sure she peed. If we were going to eat before going to bed, I'd have to make her the food and put it in her mouth. What the fuck, bro? Huh? Like, is this your girl or is it a fucking child? Like, what in the hell? Okay. She was also taking in a voice and manner which indicated she was trying to imitate a 5-year-old. Facts. Okay. Yes, that is what she was doing. I sat down with her, told her that was not okay, but later when it was time for bed, she was right back into doing it again. Next day, I talked more angrily toward her, saying she told next day I talked more angrily towards her, saying She told she'd stop and did it anyway. Okay, she told me she'd stop, but she did it anyway. She would then just bring forth the I guess I'm not wanted as I am card for a person who basically starts talking about suicide every time it started to get apparent I wanted out of the relationship. I just felt completely trapped and had to put up with that until I made her want out of the relationship. Yeah, bro, what the hell? I mean, don't get me wrong. There are those relationships where, you know, a chick is a baby and she wears a diaper and all that kind of shit. I don't know if you've ever seen that on TV and whatnot. I mean, you know, I don't think it's as common as you think, but he definitely had a girl that was like that, where she wanted him to do every single thing for him. Like, yo, what the fuck? Ay, ay, ay. I had an ex that was a total pushover. He didn't have any opinions of his own and it drove me nuts, bro. I can't stand when dudes get into a relationship and they just do anything and everything the girl says, and they're just like, oh yeah, of course, if that's what you want. Oh sure, yeah, if you want that. Yeah, great. Oh, I'll do that for you. Like, bro, put your foot down and be a goddamn man to this girl. Like, goddamn, I mean, you ain't got to be, you know, punching her around or anything, but it's like, put your foot down a little bit with her, you know, talk to her like a man and actually, you know, be that guy. She's sitting here just like, bro, I can just walk all over you. Like, you're not a man. You're a fucking weakling, you know, you're a little piece of shit. Like, she's not going to respect you over that kind of shit. She just won't, you know, she's going to walk all over you until she's bored. And then she's like, man, goodbye. Fuck out of here. God damn. Kisses me with her eyes open. What the fuck? Oh, that must be weird as hell. She's probably just like, bro. Oh, that's so weird. Okay. He plays this game on his phone at least 2 hours total every day. Basically, every time I look at him, he's got his damn phone up, even when watching movies and such. It drives me mad. You know, I guess that's the whole dating a gamer boyfriend thing. You know what I mean? But I mean, I don't know. At the same time, like, for me, I'm a gamer. I like playing games. You know what I mean? You see my RGB ass computer. I like playing games and stuff, but I'm not the type of dude who, like, when I'm spending time with my girl, I'm doing other shit or I'm on my phone. Nah, like, if I'm spending time with my girl, I'm spending time with my girl. You know what I mean? Like, it's you and me. We're doing things together and all that. So if you're like occupied and stuff like that as a gamer, dude, I get it, but it's like, come on, man. When it's time to spend time with your girl, it's time to spend time with your girl. When it's time to game, it's time to game, you know? And it's like, you need to understand that when it's time to spend time with your girl, it's time to spend time with your girl. And she needs to understand that when it's time to game, it's time to game. You know, I think that's a fair compromise, being honest with you. Like, come on, bro. He loses the caps to everything. Brand new gallon of milk and he gets one drink and the cap is lost already. What? Nigga, how? I found them in his pockets and on top of the fridge, in the door of the refrigerator, on the counter, but never on the milk. And he goes for everything that has a removable top, but the milk by far is the most infuriating. Nigga, what are you doing? What is he doing? This man takes the cap off the milk, puts it on top of the refrigerator, drinks the milk, forgets that he put it up there, and then puts the milk back in the thing. Bro, or he puts it in his pocket? Huh? Like, bruh. How do you do that? Who puts the cap to drinks or milk in your pocket? Nigga. Who do y'all be dating, bro? Y'all be dating some weird ass dudes. God damn. Who the fuck does that? That is so weird. She picks out marshmallows out of the Lucky Charms. Yo. I ain't gonna lie to you. When I eat Lucky Charms, I do that too. Sometimes I just buy the fucking Lucky Charms that just has the marshmallows because it's like, why the fuck not? That the marshmallows are the good part of the cereal anyway. But I do like to have the actual cereal in there, you know. So, it kind of weighs it out a little bit. But I don't think that's weird, but my girlfriend pauses the DVR multiple times throughout the night to do random things or to tell me something or to talk to the cats. That's kind of cute. It takes us from around 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. to watch a 1-hour show. I mean, she doesn't want to miss anything. I give her that. Like, we're kind of in that age where, you know, we don't have to miss TV shows. You know, like if you guys remember, you know, if you're around my age where, you know, you're going to be 30 this year and, you know, you're around that age where you remember waiting a whole week to see the next episode. And then if you missed that episode, oh man, you were shit out of luck and everybody's going to be talking about it. Especially if it was a popular show, you know, you waited that whole week to go see that show and you would make sure you have no plans to go see that show. But now we kind of live in an age where everything's on demand. You know, you're just like, dude, I don't have to miss anything. I can watch TV shows on my time. You know, it's one of those things where it's great. And I love that. And, so it is understandable, you know what I mean? I give it that. She don't want to miss nothing. So it's like, I get it. But at the same time, you know, if we're watching a show together, stop pausing it. Because your boy trying to watch the show. And I'm trying to watch it uninterrupted. You know what I mean? Yeah, you breaking up the flow of the show, you know? I don't know. That's just me. All right, we played a lot of board games, one of the things I love about her. However, when we have people over and I am explaining the rules to a game, she has a really bad habit of interrupting the explanation with some extraneous rule that does not really have anything to do with where I am in my explanation. Explanation is something of a science, and there is a particular way to do it. You first explain what the goal of the game is, then how to achieve that goal, the key mechanics, how to a turn flows, and then finally some expectations, preferably as they come up or are about to come up. I don't mind if she's the one explaining the rules, but if I'm doing it, she always derails the explanation and adds about half an hour to the rules because this naturally confuses the new players. She also takes it personal when we mention this to her, which is out of character for her. I don't know why she takes rules explanation so seriously. I mean, I get it. Like, playing board games is fun and all that kind of stuff, but the rule explanation thing is the most boring part. I give it that. It is the most boring part because you're just kind of like, all right, man, hurry up. I want to get to the game, especially if you already kind of know how to play the game, you know, and you got to explain it to like fucking 2 people and you're just like, come on, hurry up, play the game. I get that, but my understanding is, you know, everybody's got to understand the game and like how to play it because it's most fun when everybody understands the game and they know how to play it. You know, that's just, that's where he's coming from, I guess. All right, I'm going to do 4 more. Whenever I'm annoyed at him and ignoring him, he just keeps going, babe, until I stop. And, until I stop. And he's goddamn cute face means I can't stay mad. Okay. Hey, I mean, you know, I do that sometimes too. I ain't gonna lie to you. And then she's just like, what? And I'm like, hi. Because like us guys, we just want to annoy our girl, you know. We forget, like, we like, say we're gaming for a long time and we're just like, you know, in the middle of a game, we're just like, ooh, I'm gonna go annoy the shit out of my girl real quick. You know, it's just something guys do, and it is what it is, you know what I mean? But I would take it as a W, you know what I mean? Take it as a W, ladies, because, well, you know, that shows that your man loves you. Stop ignoring him. Why the fuck are you ignoring him, girl? Damn. Don't ignore your man. You know what I mean? Love him for all the little quirks he has. Come on now. Yeah. Let's see. 3 more. He dawdles when it's time to go anywhere, we'll be all ready to leave. And then suddenly, right as we are literally walking out the door, he has to take out the garbage now when the pickup isn't for another 2 days and we'll be back home in like an hour, or clean the cat litter now. Make sure he emptied the Keurig now. Suddenly, every random task that can wait until later always becomes super important before we leave the house, regardless of how long we are going to be gone. It's annoying as hell. Oh, man. Okay, I get that one. I can see how she's mad about that one, because it's like, bro, for real, the whole time that that you were waiting for me, while I was getting ready, you could have done this shit, but you did it. And now that we're ready to leave, all of a sudden you want to do this shit. Now the trash, I understand the trash, because as a guy, we kind of like to flow in one direction. So we're just like, okay, if I'm leaving the house right now, I might as well just take the trash out, because I'm going out that way anyway. You know what I mean? There's no point in when I come back and then I do it. It just makes no sense. But as far as like cleaning the cat litter and, cleaning all the other shit and doing everything else, bro, you could have did that. You know what I mean? You could have did that when you got home. You could have did that later, or you could have did it before we got ready to leave, or we gonna leave. Like, we're leaving, so what are you doing? So I get it. I get that. That's facts. He sings like all the time, and really annoying songs, usually some version of the same 3 damn songs he always sings. His voice is not good, yet he will sing relentlessly. And real kicker on why I can't actually be mad, he only sings about the good things he loves, me and our dogs. God damn, why must he sing terrible songs that come from such a good place? He's sweet, but seriously, it's incredibly annoying, and he knows it. He's like, my baby and my dog is all love you. And she's like, shut up. Hey, man, I give it to homeboy, he's happy. You know what I mean? He's happy. He's like, bro, I got the whole world. I got my girl. I got our dogs. Like, we live in life. They let the man be happy. Why you got to destroy his happiness like that? Like, come on, man.
Bruh.
Why you destroying that man's happiness like that? Don't destroy his happiness. Come on now. Let him enjoy it. You know what I mean? Let him sing his heart out, because I guarantee you, he be doing that shit at work and annoying the fuck out of his friends. He should be like, yo, dog, me and my bitch, and the puppies had a great night last night. Oh, man, they're just like, yo, dog, you gotta sing everything. He's like, come on, man. Hey, when your boy living a life like this, I be living it good. You know what I mean? Oh, shit. That's funny. All right, we're going to do our last one. She hates herself. For as long as I've known her, 5 years plus, the time before we were together, she struggled with self-image and worth. I love this woman so hard it physically hurts, but she fights a daily battle with her sense of self. I tell her every chance I get what a blessing she is to me. The only good thing I've had in my life, but she still suffers and strains. I know this will almost surely be buried, but I do have something I strongly hate about my significant other. I hate that she finds it difficult to love herself, and I will tirelessly until... Wait, hold on, what? I hate that she finds it difficult to love herself, and I will endeavor tirelessly until she comes to realize how wonderful she is. I mean, I get it, that happens a lot of times because, women are judged big time on looks and, certain factors in life and things like that. And then when they're kind of just told that over and over and over again by a lot of people, it's hard for them to believe when a person's actually being sincere about it. I actually have known a lot of girls that, when I give them a sincere compliment, they're just like, no, you don't believe that. Oh, that's not true, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, what do you mean? Like, it is true that I'm saying it because I'm being honest, and it does happen. And especially when you're dating, like when I first started dating my significant other, she was like that. She had very big self-esteem issues, and she was just like, why in the hell are you with me? Like, there are pretty girls out there and blah, 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 blah. And, I think he has the right mindset about it. You know, you definitely have to just keep encouraging her and keep showing her, hey, you're that girl. You're my girl. I love you. I care about you. So on and so forth. And the more you do that, you know, the better she's going to get about it and the more comfortable she's going to feel in her own skin and stuff like that. And, you know, and at the same time, man, you know, give her that good dick. You know what I mean? Hey, because if I'm being honest with you, a lot of times it does stem from like sexual inadequacy. You know, she feels like, oh man, am I satisfying him? And I'm making him feel better? You know, am I doing what I need to do as a girl and stuff like that? You know, so that's another thing that you have to also let her know, like, hey, you doing it right. You doing it good. You giving the sucky 9,000 just right, you know? You know what I mean? You just got to let her know these things, because when you let her know these things, then it really allows her to like, oh, okay, cool. And I get it, you know, constantly validating your partner can get exhausting. I get it 100%. But also, you know, therapy can help out with that too. You know what I mean? She could talk to somebody, she can open up to somebody, and then she could really kind of find the root problems of what's going on. That helps as well. So, you know, you got avenues, but you have a good head on your shoulders. But that's going to go ahead and do it for that thread, man. I hope you guys enjoyed that thread. You know, it wasn't as juicy as I thought it was going to be, but you know what I mean? It is what it is. That's how the threads go. They're a little hit and miss here and there, but we did have some good ones. Let's hop into the announcements, then we'll go ahead and get to the scenarios, and then we'll get the fuck out of here. Announcements. Patreon.com/My The Household Podcast. We recently did our free February episode, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that episode. Like I said, every single month you guys are going to get a free episode for this year. Every single month you guys are going to get one free episode on Patreon. If you guys check out the Patreon episode and you're like, I kind of like that, hop on over to patreon.com/My The Household Podcast. Or if you're on listening platforms, go ahead and hit that support the show link. Get up in there. $3 a month. Check out all the episodes, man. There's a shit ton of content there. I think there's almost like 30 episodes over there. So go ahead and get in there, tap in, check it out. Thank you guys for all the support on the listening platforms. You guys are keeping up the downloads as well as rating the podcast. That is so awesome. I appreciate all of that support. TikTok and Instagram for the clips. Follow us there. TikTok has been blowing up to the moon. You guys are doing great. Thank you guys so much for all the support. I cannot thank you guys more. It's amazing. I can't thank you guys enough for that. I appreciate it. But yeah, man, let's keep moving through this 2024, man. We're a month down, and the show is looking better than ever, man. You guys are killing it. We're doing our thing, man. I appreciate all the support. Let's get into these scenarios, though. Without further ado, I won't, bore you guys even more. All right. First scenario. I lost my husband and my crush in 10 minutes. Yo. All right. I, 24 female, met my husband, 32 male, when I was 19, and I fell in love hard. After 9 months of dating, we were already married, and that is when the problem started. He was my first everything, and he meant the world to me. He was still talking to more than 3 of his exes and made me break the news to them. He's a foreigner. In a stereotypical country, so on top of me having to take all of the stares and comments from family and friends, I also had to fight off the women in his life. During our 5-year marriage, I tried to end myself twice. I had to change jobs because he would get jealous and have us move a lot, and I almost got arrested alongside him and his brother because he used my credit card to commit fraud and money laundering. He was in prevention arrest for 6 months while I was working 14 hours a day and 6 days a week to visit him, provide food and cigarettes for him because the food was disgusting in there. Yo! He used her credit card to commit fraud and went to jail on this motherfucker. And then so she's working 16 hours, 6 days a week because he says the food is bad. Bro, that's crazy. Okay. Let's see. This happened during the pandemic, so I also had to take COVID tests every 2 weeks in order to drop off these supplies to him. What I found out after he got released is that I was paying for his calls in order for him to call other women and his family instead of checking up on me and asking how I was doing. Yo, this nigga was calling other bitches in jail. Oh shit. He didn't give a fuck about his girl. Damn. Let's see. That time I was living with my parents and they took care of my needs while I took care of his. I loved him so much. I let all of that slide, and when he got out, I changed my job for a better paid one in order for us to move. He also got a job like he promised me he would, but after 2 months, he got fired. For the next 2 years, I was the provider while he stayed at home all day trading stocks and asking me for investments for our salary. Because we will buy our own house from what he's doing while what I am doing is pointless. Yo.
Stop the cap.
What the fuck? Bro, she's paying the bills. How is what she is doing pointless? Bro, you're asking her for money. So how is what she's doing pointless? You only can trade stocks because she's making the money. Bro, what the? Oh my God, bro. What the fuck?
Bruh.
Crazy. And you're with this guy? Oh God. Let's see. About 3 months ago, something snapped in me and I got fed up and started demanding him to get a job. And that is when the insults started. We would argue every day and throw insults at each other until I kicked him out of our apartment. The biggest mistake I did was keeping in touch with him after that. One day while I was on my way home from his new place, I met a boy I knew from primary school. We used to be classmates and I had a huge crush on him, so we clicked instantly. And I asked for his number, and the next day we met again, and all this happened for about 2 months after I kicked my husband out, and the reason I visited him was to discuss the divorce proceedings. I was short on money and I needed him to split the fees with me. My crush was unchanged. When I was around him, I felt like a child again. He was just the way I knew him. Nice, cute boy, but same obvious emotional problems. He never looked in people's eyes. He was making weird noises from time to time. He would get embarrassed quickly and was very quiet. It was very hard to keep a conversation with him. He told me he never had a girlfriend before and that he spends his time watching YouTube when he is not at work. Last week, I invited him to my house for the first time. Planned that day in detail because I was nervous as well to be around him and asked for my sister. Oh, okay. All right, never mind. I was going to be like, ooh, she was like, come over to the crib. All right, no. And asked my sister to join us for the movie and the board game we played. Everything was great until we were all laughing and telling jokes until my husband entered the house. My sister was the last to enter and she forgot to lock the door. I started shaking while he went straight to my crush and asked him questions. He told my crush that we were still living together and that we fucked last night. Yes, we were still married, but stopped any intimacy. I had to call my dad to kick him out again. Now, one thing I forgot to mention is that I did not tell my crush I was married. I only told him I recently came out of a relationship that lasted 5 years and ended badly. I didn't want him to know because I did not want his parents to judge me and put ideas in his head that would make him resent me. You can imagine he left immediately after that and he stopped replying to my texts. Later that night, he called me, but on the other line was his mom. She threatened me to leave her son alone, and how dare I lie to him and try to rebuild my life on his back. I just said okay. I hung up and started crying. We did not speak since. Was I in the wrong? I feel like I was, and I am embarrassed for the terrible liar I have become. Damn, bro. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. You should have been honest with him from the beginning. If I'm being honest with you, that is what you should have did, because if you were honest from the beginning and he knew like, all right, you know, she's still married, but she ain't with this motherfucker no more and all that kind of stuff, he could have barged in and been like, no, you guys didn't fuck a while ago. Because her and I were kicking it. We were doing stuff. You know what I mean? Doing stuff. You know what I mean? Hey. And let him get mad and do all the huffing and puffing he wants to do and whatnot. But I get why, you know, he would be upset, because he's just like, you didn't tell me that you were married. You didn't tell me that, you know, your nigga was crazy as fuck. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't tell me all this stuff. And good on homeboy, if I'm being honest with you, because I wouldn't want to deal with that drama either. I wouldn't want to deal with, a crazy ass ex-boyfriend or ex-husband or whatever, like bro coming up to me, threatening me and all this kind of, nah, man, some coochie ain't worth all that. Fuck no. Like, you're a great girl and I give that, but you ain't worth that. Like, you know what I mean? And I kind of give it to him on that one. But at the same time, for her, I think it was too soon. She got into that whole relationship way too soon. She just gave it some time and been able to, take some time to deal with her shit and, you know what I mean, what she's got going on, deal with her emotions, blah, 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 all that other stuff, go to therapy, whatever you want to do. I say not therapy, but, because I think therapy is kind of a waste of time just because all the self-improvement you can do on your own, if I'm being honest with you. You know what I mean? Like, you can go, to the gym and change your body and lifestyle. You can eat better and you can start getting out and doing more constructive and healthier things, get hobbies, start getting into things that you're very interested in. And, you know what I mean? Like, you can do things that are very therapeutic. You don't have to spend your money on talking to somebody who is just going to sit there and, how do you feel about that? Maybe you should try this. In my experience, this works. Like, dude, no. Like, it's a waste of time. It's a waste of money. Get into some hobbies. Do something fun. Do something that you enjoy. Actually try something new. Say you've always wanted to try, I don't know, this thing. You always want to try go hiking. I don't know. You always wanted to try a pottery class. You always want to try a cooking class. You always wanted to try cooking. You know what I mean? Hey, just something that you're interested in. You can spend that money doing that instead of spending money on therapy. And a lot of times people don't really come out of therapy better. They just don't. They come out of therapy and they're just like, why the fuck did I do this? You know what I mean? It just is what it is. When you could have easily taken that money and you could have spent it doing something else. And I think that's what she should do. She's take the money that she's making, get into a hobby, start doing things on her own, not really trying to get into a relationship so soon, I get it. She had a crush on a homeboy and she looked at it like, oh my God, I should seize this moment and get with this guy. Understandable, but if you're going to do that, you got to be honest with the guy because, baby daddy going to come out of nowhere, especially if he barging up in the house like that. Oh, hell nah. You barging up in my house, man. Hey, you going to have a 9mm up in your face if I'm being honest with you. Let's keep it on OP. You want to barge into my house, you going to catch a hot one, bro. You uninvited to my house? Ah, man, shit. The fuck we talking about here, bro? God damn. All right, let's get on to our next one. Am I the asshole for seeing my adult son and girlfriend naked in the shower? Yo. My son, 27 male, is a recovering alcoholic. He was recently sent away to an expensive rehab center for assistance as he was beginning to sell off family heirlooms and other important items to get bonus money for his addiction. My son is a smart guy. He just went through a severe phase of drinking and it cost him his job. After a 10-month stay in an inpatient facility, I informed him that he would be allowed to stay with us for as long as he needed, rent-free, so as long as he was making efforts to find a stable job and get his life together. Well, believe it or not, my son found a great big boy job and really showed signs of recovering. Not only that, but he managed to find a girlfriend, a 25 female who is not an alcoholic and has her life together. You would have to understand that before rehab, my son had the tendency to miss work and be passed out on his condo floor for hours because of how drunk he would get. His previous roommates would call me multiple times to come check on him and see what was up with him, being locked in the bathroom for hours at a time. Thanks to his roommates, we're able to save his life before it got too bad, and it really seems like this rehab center worked. Well, flash forward to yesterday, my son was in the shower for about 30 minutes. I had grown worrisome because I know that my son becoming a drunk was something that destroyed me mentally and spiritually. Seeing my baby boy become something that was drunk all the time, is something I wish no one ever sees. Well, my gears started turning in my head that he was in the shower for far too long, and I went and knocked on the door. No response. Then I opened the door and spoke out, "Son, are you in there? You okay?" Well, I gave it a few seconds and pulled the curtain open and quickly saw both him and his girlfriend showering together. Yo! My son blurted out, "Dad, what the heck? Get out of here." And his girlfriend screamed in embarrassment. My son didn't come to talk to me until later that evening, understandably. I mean, I didn't even want to see either of them out of embarrassment for my actions. And my son said that I should have spoke up and said something before doing what I did. I explained to my son that due to his previous habit of passing out in bathrooms drunk, it was serious, like his MO. That I feared he relapsed. I apologized and informed him that I was proud of his recovery and that I will definitely give him more privacy and make a more louder attempt at talking to him in the bathroom. Look, I'm proud of my son and him having a great job and girlfriend so soon after rehab speaks to me that he is a functioning adult. I just can't overcome the idea and images I have of him passed out on his bathroom floor. Right now, my son and I are cool, but he says I didn't make a good effort trying to see if he was in the bathroom. Am I the asshole? No, not at all. It was just a thing where you assessed the situation and you were like, holy shit, hold up. You know, he's been in there for a little too long. I know he has a history of passing out in the bathroom. You know, homeboy could be choking on water or something like that, or, you know, potentially drowning himself. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, he thought the worst because the worst has been happening. And I understand it. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, people sometimes have a bad habit of relapsing and getting back into shit. And it's like, it does suck. And I do understand, you know, where the dad was coming from. And do I think he's an asshole? No, not at all. Because I feel like he just had a big worry about his son. He went in there. Yeah, did he embarrass himself a little bit? Yeah, he kind of embarrassed himself a little bit, you know. And the son was just like, bruh, what the fuck, man? You know, and my girl got her titties out. And you know what I mean? Like, shoot. But I understand. I don't think he's the asshole though, and I'm sure his son was just like, "Nah, it's cool, Dad. It's all good. But next time, just, you know, let me know, and then we're good." You know what I mean? So, yeah, I understand that. I don't think you're the asshole though. All right, let's get on to our next one. Am I the asshole for getting mad at my best friend for dating my ex? Okay, hi, me, I can't talk. Hi, my 20 male ex and I, 19 female, broke up after New Year's Eve. We were only officially dating starting on Halloween, but we had been talking since early September. We decided on a mutual breakup because I was moving 3 hours away and long distance is not our thing. My best friend, 19 female, had only met my ex 2 other times prior to them dating to my knowledge. Once at a Halloween party and the other time at my New Year's Eve party. Throughout my whole relationship, my ex-best friend would make comments about how I finally chose a cute one. And when I told her about our mutual breakup coming, she seemed to get really excited about it. Whoa, hold up. Why would she be so excited about her girl talking about, oh yeah, I'm gonna break up with my man? I distinctly remember at the New Year's Eve party, she asked if she had my permission to go after him once we were broken up. Yo. I told her that I was okay with them becoming friends, but I was very uncomfortable with them starting a relationship together. I thought that at the party we were on the same page because she agreed that she would look for someone else to date. Well, yesterday, she confessed to me that the day we broke up, she hooked up with him and they've been dating ever since. Bruh. Come on, man. Well, I started texting all of our mutual friends and most of us agreed to cut her out of the friend group. They out here like, she belongs to the streets. Man, fuck that bitch. She privately messaged me later saying I was dealing with this in an immature way and that I just need to grow up. She said my relationship with him wasn't even that long, so it shouldn't be serious. I told her that I didn't want her to be my friend anymore and I blocked the both of them. Did I overreact? Should I have not told our mutual friends? Am I the asshole for not being more mature about this? I get it how it could seem immature, but it's a thing where it's like, You told her. Like, she said, oh my God, ooh, you guys are going to break up? What? For real? Ooh, wow. You know, like, what if I dated him, like, right after you guys broke up? What would you think about that? And she was like, look, you know, you guys can be friends, but I'd be very uncomfortable if you guys were dating. And so she was just like, well, I didn't hear you say I couldn't date him. You just said you'd feel uncomfortable. So fuck your feelings, bitch. I'ma fuck your man when he free. You know what I mean? Like, hey, that's exactly what she said. She said, fuck your feelings, bitch. She said, I'ma get your man. God damn. She said, I'ma get your man. Like, yo. So, I mean, goddamn. And is she the asshole for not wanting to be her friend anymore? No, not at all. Because it's like, bro, I told you that I was uncomfortable with you dating him. And then what did you go and do? You started dating him. So, dude, it's understandable, man. It's 100% understandable. I definitely get where she's coming from with that, because it's like, bro, like, what the fuck, man? How you gonna do this to me? So, now, as far as getting the other friends involved into it, okay, I kind of get that. Like, you didn't really have to drag everybody else into it. But at the same time, they probably was looking at it like,
she belongs to the street
and gonna steal your man, you know, so you better watch out. You know what I mean? So I get it from that perspective too. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you kind of got to weigh it out a little bit. But hey, all I know is that she did the right thing. She said, look, I don't want you to be dating him. I'd feel uncomfortable about it. She said, fuck your feelings, bitch. So she's like, of course, I'm not going to be your friend after that. It makes sense. All right. All right, cool. On to the next one. All right. We're going to do this one and one more. I cheated on my girlfriend with her friend and roommate. Whoa. Yeah, I feel like complete shit.
Stop the cap.
I don't know why I did it. The person who I cheated on her with is also her good friend and roommate. Yo. This man said, I don't know why I did it.
Stop the cap.
Get the fuck out of here. That coochie was wet as fuck, huh? I mean, man. This happened while she was gone for a family matter. Maybe the question is obvious, but is there any chance that our relationship will survive this? I hate what I did. She is an amazing partner. I'm also nervous about going over tomorrow. Of course, she'll be there. I just promise not to say anything about it if you don't. I don't know what I'm going to do. I kind of don't want to say anything to preserve our relationship and put it behind me. Bro, I'm like I tell everybody, take that shit to your grave, bro, and get her on the same page. Let her know, like, hey, look, man, you know, we did it. It was what it was, but look, I can't keep doing this, so let's take this to the grave. You know, and you got to do it, man. You got to do it like that. You got to take it to the fucking grave, because if you don't, bro, she's going to leave. It is what it is. She's going to leave. So it's either tell her and be okay with her leaving, or if you don't want her to leave, then you just take it to the grave. I get it. Morally, everybody's going to be like, nah, you should tell her and stuff like that. But we have to keep it hundo P here. Is he going to want to tell her? Is he going to want her to break up with him? No, he's not. And what is he going to likely do? He's going to likely tell homegirl, hey, we should not tell my girl, and keep it under wraps, not do it again. At which...
Stop the cap.
Because I'm sure the coochie was bomb, and it was the reason why he did it. And so, you know what I mean? He might do it again, but I hope not. It's just one of those things where it's like, you kind of got to keep it based in reality here. Yes, the moral thing to do is go talk to her and say, hey, look, I slept with your roommate. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it. Can we talk about it and fix the relationship? She's not going to be about that. She's like, fuck no. Get the fuck out of here. Who the fuck do you think you are, sleeping with my friend like that? And then she's going to be like, how are you my friend? Like, bitch.
She belongs to the streets.
Hey, what the fuck? How you gonna fuck my man like that? Like, what are you doing, man? You know, that penis is mine. So I get it, man. Either way you look at it, it's just a big... Yeah, it's a fail, man. So it's either you get homegirl on the same page and you guys take it to your grave, or you tell her and you let her leave. It's up to you, man. That's up to you. All right, let's get to our last scenario for today. Am I wrong? My girlfriend broke up with me for something I said 5 years ago. Huh. Okay, my girlfriend, let's call her Carly, met me through her best friend, let's call her Emma, 5 years ago, and I made this joke to my other friend, wouldn't it be funny to get them both threesome, yo? Oh shit. But I didn't mean it like I just made it as a joke. I've been with Carly for 5 years, and she had a major falling out with Emma recently after Emma got very competitive with her over several things. The friend I made that joke to, I don't know why, but he showed it to Carly and she took a pic of it, sent it to me. She wanted to talk to me in person. She dumped me, had my stuff that I left in her house in a box, and said, "You're clearly just as stupid as her. Birds of a feather, huh?" And left. I don't know if she's just still bothered by the whole thing with Emma, and it's just projecting it on me, projecting it onto me. But we did have some other sexual issues. She complains that all I want is sex often. I feel like it's gotten better though. I did fix my porn addiction previously. Like, we've come a long way. I'm racking my brain trying to understand. I love her and I don't want Emma. I just feel so blindsided. I am really being broken up with because a joke I made 5 years ago. Is it more? But tell me, is there something I've done wrong here? Yeah, there's got to be something that you don't know about. You know what I mean? There's got to be something else, because there's no way she's just going to break up with you over something that was said like that. Either that, or, you know, she might be seeing somebody else or doing something shiesty. I don't know. And she was just like, cool, this is the perfect reason to like break up with him. It was his fault that we broke up. I don't know. I'm spitballing here, if I'm being honest with you. Your boy's spitballing, but I'm just saying, it's like, is that what's really going on? Or, you know, so yeah, that is a weird one. I give it that. It's definitely a weird one, because for me, I kind of look at it like, really? Is that on the guy's side? It's like, you're breaking up with me over some joke, some BS joke I said 5 years ago. You know, like, what the fuck is going on here? But see, I think there's something you don't know, and something even we don't know is going on here, because there's just no way. There's just no way. So I guarantee you there's something that is going on that she is like, nah, nigga. Yeah, she like, nah, nigga, I know what you up to. You know what I mean? Or she found out something, or somebody said something. I don't know. I really think that there's more to it than just what she is saying, because it just doesn't make sense. Like, if I heard something that my girl said 5 years ago and I didn't like what she said, I would just be like, it is what it is. It was said 5 years ago. Who cares? You know what I mean? Like, bro, it was 5 years ago. Who cares? You know, we're moving on. You know, like, let's move on. It is what it is. I'm not going to hold it over you because you said it 5 years ago. Like, I don't know. And then it was said before they even got together as well. You see what I mean? So I think it was either she is seeing somebody and she needed a reason to get out of the relationship, or there's something we don't know. You know what I mean? It's one of those two, man. It is one of those two. But that is going to go ahead and end it for me today on this episode. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I appreciate all the support that you guys have been giving, whether it's on TikTok, whether it's on listening platforms, whether it's on YouTube, whatever it is, man. Patreon, you guys are showing the support, and I appreciate it so much. Patreon.com/MyAssholePodcast. $3 a month, exclusive episode every single Friday. Get in there for the free Patreon episode as well. Even if you're just a free member, you'll get access to the free Patreon episode. You don't have to be on the Patreon to get the free Patreon episode, because I do post it on on listening platforms for you guys. So, it's just not on YouTube. I don't post it on YouTube. I just don't. It's such a waste of time. So I just post it on listening platforms as well as Patreon. So get on there, man. Support the show. If you want to support the show, free 99. That's all good, man. Keep downloading the podcast. Rate the podcast. 5 stars is preferable. As well as subscribing on YouTube. Even if you don't watch us on YouTube, hey, just click that link tree, go to YouTube, or go to youtube.com/Am I the Asshole Podcast. Am I the Asshole Podcast, all one word. Find us there. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I appreciate that, man. But without further ado, your boy's going to get out of here. I love you guys, and peace.